It's nothing but sheeps. Sheep, because sheeps sheeps is improper. Sheep is already plural. It's nothing but sheep makes no fucking sense. I always thought that makes no fucking sense. What is with all the sheep? Now I know. If I just read, then I would know. I'm gonna try. This one seems pretty easy. I'm gonna try to beat it now. Same formation. That formation works pretty well. Okay. Let's do it! It's gonna be rough. All these guys. Might need her to be upgraded. Nice. As soon as they get in range, they need to get. People need to get buffed. Oh, the slowdown. Slowdown. I'm clicking like crazy, but it's slow too much to count. Oh. That was kind of premature. Oh fuck, my healer's dead. I just need to constantly spam healing right there. Jesus, that was crazy. I'm just gonna spam healing through this slowdown. Okay. Jeez. That was crazy. Yeah, Nero takes a lot. It takes 600 to get to his max level, which is like twice like almost anybody's. It's pretty ridiculous. But I say in the end it's worth it. Azra, I'll get Crystal up to 5 until I get my next ability. Fatten it up. Let's get Bite up. Marcos, get that armor break. Blizzard. Okay. Now let's take on these sheep. I will not do this one. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to do that one too. I'm going to do that one too before I leave, because I'm ready to do it. I will not be able to do this one, because look at that health. That's literally, let me count here. Yeah, that's literally 1,000,000 health on that mega sheep. Like, I couldn't, I had to get through New Game, almost all of New Game Plus before I could even kill the sheep. Like, this sheep's pretty ridiculous and takes forever to kill. But this one's pretty fun, actually. I really enjoy this one. Sheep, really? That's the best you could come up with? Look, I'm just trying to keep you from getting eaten, okay? What do you think is going to happen when we fail to find these magical sheep you promised? I just said what popped into my head. And the first thing that popped into your head was sheep? Does this look like a pasture to you? No, the first thing that popped into my head was, yeah, take that annoying skinny girl on the black hair that doesn't ever shut up. What doesn't shut up? Me or my hair? Either of you. You know, I don't even need to come up with a witty retort, because that statement is just so initially stupid. Ma. The fuck? Okay, this is just too much. I'm Prez Azra. Not many people know about the secret sheep stores beneath quiet cities. They're usually just for when the city is besieged, but in this case, I think we can make an exception. I just hope they haven't gone feral. Feral? Oh, when the city is abandoned for so long, they'll have had little to eat but cave fungus with each other. They get nasty. Someday I would really like to meet Oh god, look at his mouth! Right here. Need a horde of something that doesn't try to kill me. From the looks of it, today is not that day. It's like... So this is a pretty cool place. You can only build within this green area, so you can't build on here. And literally, that sheep comes out here and walks really slow. It probably takes, on speed 4, 10 minutes to get from here to here. And you have to constantly keep desummoning people and moving them so they can keep doing damage to it. It is ridiculous. But these sheep that come out give a lot of experience, or a lot of SP, so very fun to farm the crap out of these. Don't really need him that much, the healer, so I probably won't do a whole lot with him. I probably won't buff him a whole lot to the very end. But she and him are going to be the most important. These three really, since they can't hit mass targets or do a whole lot of damage, not really important. Just for the record. We need these sheep to die fast. Because they start in just these small little numbers, but they come fast. That's what she said. But they don't take a lot of hits. They just move in numbers. Obviously you wouldn't expect a sheep to take a lot of hits. As you can see, they're just now starting to actually form big numbers. I do want him to get his zeal. Oh, the slowdown's gonna be terrible in this. The last grouping of sheep is really the hardest, because there's a lot. But you do get a crap ton of PSI for this. Damn, the slowdown is strong with this one. Jesus. I can't even thunder. It's going so slow. My thunder won't even move. That's how crazy this slowdown is. I love it. Oh, slow down strong with this one. Nero, let's get that fire breath up. Oh yeah, cleave, massive damage. Surprisingly, it's cleave, but it hits one person. I don't get that, but whatever. More talking. My children feast and grow strong. We have upheld our end of the bargain, Nero. Very well, I would take you to the Royal Records Room, but I have a final stipulation. When you're done, you must take us with you out of this pit. You have wings. Can't you just fly out? You ask too many questions, mortal. Everyone is useful. Even one as useful as you may be burned by offense. Fine, we would be happy to have you with us. As you should be. But all of you must fight like everyone else. You drive a hard bargain, mortal. Your audacity amuses me. As long as my children are compensated for their labors, we shall bring fire to your enemies. Beautiful. I will go. Actually, I'm gonna go there. Like, fucking no! Yeah, like I said, can't do that. Not gonna happen until much later in the game. Not even gonna show it off until much later in the game. Let's go to the lair. Here's nesting grounds stocked with treasure and home to her young. Over the years, we have collected many mortal arms and armors in our hoard. We have no use for them, but they are quite shiny, and we like shiny things. I'm sure a warband like your own could put them to great use, for the right price, of course. Man, that sheep stew is fantastic. I regurgitated that for my children. The fuck? Got any more? I like Slack. That awkward moment where you're like, oh, you did what? You, got him. That's great. So as you can see now, that weapon's stronger than both of theirs, which is going to be very helpful in the last thing I'm going to do. Which I know I said I was done, but I take it back. I am never done! So, no, both of those are special ones. Both of them have special ones that are stronger. And here you can recruit only dragons, but these are the last people you need. So if you don't... the cost, as you can see here, to hire is very low. But if you were buying all 6, it goes up every single time. So if you're buying all 6 of every race, by the time you were here, every single hire would probably be like 10 to 50,000 each. So it's pretty hard to get all 6, especially if you've been spending money up to that point. So yeah, it's ridiculous. We are leaving now. Elder Bakal. Oh, was that music again? It was frighteningly simple, really, to destroy the world. Zelmir took me out, far into the eastern desert to a dark cave. We came to a great crystal 30 feet tall. There, we bled ourselves on the face of the rock. The wound has never healed. Oh yeah, it's right there on his face. At first, I thought nothing had happened, but Zelmir had entered some kind of trance. I waited. The sun set and all around us I heard the howling of wild desert beasts. Still, Zelmir didn't move. Not even when a great wolf leaped into our camp. I ran it through with my sword and it spasmed its last breath at Zelmir's feet. He did not even notice. We passed 3 nights like this. At the dawn of our 3rd day, he blinked 3 times and stood up. Our problems are solved, he said. When we returned to camp, the enemy force was completely routed. The plague had begun. Each day he spent more time like that in trance, shut off to this world and open to somewhere else. Within a month, half of the Quiet Empire lay dead, dying, or worse. The horizon blazed with the glow of the corpses' fire. Cities tore themselves apart. I saw things even the war had not prepared me for. I knew it had to stop, but Zelmir was no longer open to my words. Each day he stayed longer in his trances until, at last, he ceased to come out of them at all. I waited 3 days. Each day thousands died. Finally, at dawn, I walked into his tent. He did not notice me. He no longer noticed anything. I ran him through, buried him in the desert dust. But the plague continued, spilling over borders, consuming everything in its path. On my long march home, I ran across a band of Selene monks. I cast my sword away and threw myself at their feet. I have lived a monk's life ever since, but now the friend I killed has returned a monster. This is dark magic. This is the dark magic we contend with, Ezra. I pray these records hold the key to its destruction. So do we all, Elder. Man, that motherfucker talked for a long time, but it's pretty cool history lesson about that. So before I end it, I'm pretty sure right now we can take on this guy. Finally, I don't